quite honestly, I personally also didn't have the time because I was in the middle of a major story which we are due to publish shortly. And, you know, these guys reach out. I've got a complaint about some guy reached out to complain. We've sent a container in the Gambia and we couldn't find it. And the Ministry of Health also couldn't find it. For me, that was strange. I mean, so I wasn't interested in doing it. And so when I I sent some questions to a couple of people and I came to learn, yeah, the container was auctioned. Now that was interesting to me. I said, well, now this is now strange. It belongs to the ministry. Gambia revenue, Gambia custom, everything they do is to raise money to do what? For the services of state. And a core among the services of state is to provide medical equipment and consumables to the health centers and hospitals. That's the core.
What is wrong with Mustapha's voice? They're telling me there's no sound in Mustapha's voice. Baba, are you checking it? They're telling me there's no voice on Mustapha. We can't hear. That's what we're getting. Charles, can you fix that, please?
Can you hear me? It's
okay. Go ahead.
Maybe I'm not loud enough.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, go ahead now. Let's see.
Hello.
King Eso, let me know if you're getting Mustapha loud and clear, please, and put it in the comment.
So just to begin the story,
please,
and so when I heard about that the container was sent from Ministry of Health, and the charity was going all over the place. They couldn't find anything. They even paid someone to find out something. Okay. I mean, we had not necessarily paid, but compensated someone to go and inquire what happened.
Yeah.
They didn't have answers. And so when they came to me to tell me this, it was strange. And how can a container be sent to Ministry of Health? And a permanent secretary who is the second in command in the cadre of decision making cannot clear a container. He is a phone call away from the Director General of GRA.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. You know, and so I didn't understand that. So I said, look, let me find out. So I told them, let me find out. But for me, it was a pastime thing, like I said, because we are doing a major story and it's due to be published.
Yeah.
So I was too preoccupied with it. So I sent a question to a few people and they told me, yeah, it was auctioned on this day. So I saw the Gazette and I saw the auction date and I saw it was sold to this particular, so I saw the receipt numbers and all. I said, wow, it was auctioned and FaBB Foundation bought it. And I said, well, why did, so for me, before I got to FaBB side, and I asked, why did Custom do that? Why would Custom auction a container that was meant for Ministry of Health? What's the point? And a few things are fundamental and in fact, in their own act, it's clear that if you check Section 58 of Custom and Excise Act, says that custom, there are certain things that are exempted from auction. Which is charity, medical consumables or donations that are brought in by charities, things that aid agencies bring in, charitable products that aid agencies brings in. Government, things that are imported by government into the country. And so, of course, there is an exemption that except with written approval given by the Commissioner General. And so and when I started asking, I realized at GRA, everybody is squat on information, like even my usual contacts. Nobody is interested in talking about this subject. And so I went back to the chat and one of them told me, well, they said it was auction. We also had that in the rumor, but we don't know who bought it. the contact we had they said it's oxen and the person who bought it is confidential. Now I'm interested.
Okay.
Because, I mean, why would it be confidential?
Okay.
You know? Yeah, so I said, okay, look, we will find out. So like I said, it was a pastime thing. And so I made some contacts and I came to verify that it was oxen to FaBB Foundation. And I reached out to a staff at FaBB. This is a lower level staff. And the person told so the person told me, okay, I'm coming back at you. But in my interaction, it's clear the person was not aware about this oxen. So that means it's not an organizational, it doesn't seem to be a mainstream organizational decision. Because if it was a mainstream organizational decision, a staff would have been aware.
Yes.
And the staff would have told me that. So he was very upfront and, oh, okay, I will come back to you. But then when he came back to me, he said, I cannot have a conversation on this.
Said I cannot have a conversation.
Yeah, so now I was interested, even more interested. Because, I mean, it's so something is wrong here. I mean, something is going and that someone just doesn't want me to know. I said, well, we can't have this conversation. And I came to verify everything until I'm done that, yes, it's clear FaBB bought it. And so I reached out to the CEO and the CEO said, no, well, we didn't buy it. Somebody bought it and donated it to us. And I said, so when did you donate it? And to whom did you donate it to? And they said they donated to Central Medical Store. And she couldn't tell me the time. She said she was on maternity leave at the time of this donation. And so I said, okay, so I'll go to Central Medical Store and confirm. So I went to Central Medical Store, but they seem to be too preoccupied with other things than
giving you answers.
The subject. But like I said, the interesting thing is Central Medical Store is Ministry of Health.
Yes.
And the charity is claiming Ministry of Health was aware. But the same Ministry of Health is searching for this container and the content of the container. Literally, we all know container moves. In fact, while I was doing this, I know the container number. So and container, there are tons of, you cannot even count how many open source data is available to track any container, so long as you know the name. So the content, I know container has moved, but the content of the container is what people are talking about. So the staff at the Ministry of Health, who was part of those who were at some point asked to find out about this container and the content of the container, actually works at Central Medical Store. He's one of the few people who would know about a donation. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Now this is strange. So I mean, and the fact that the fact that they are telling me when I go there, they're telling me, we need to go through this list to find out whether but FaBB made a lot of donations, yes, but we need to go through our list.
But a donation of that magnitude, we have seen when FaBB donates to medical facilities, it is all over the Facebook. They make donations as less as $10,000 is public. Even when she gives food donation, they have done a lot of donations.
Even the baby,
the first lady babies and everything, they put it on their page. But if you're making a donation worth over $400 and something thousand, wouldn't that be interesting to have it on their page if it was actually donated?
Absolutely, no doubt about it. It's a charity. Charity uses its good work to raise money. Charities don't make donations in secret, regardless of how prompt they claim it was.
One thing
and also another interesting thing is that it's not every day that Ministry of Health or Central Medical Store gets a donation. A donation the size of this. While I was Googling some of the donations, all the donations FaBB has done since its founding, I came to realize one of the highest donations they've made to Central Medical Store is capped at $500,000. Whether it was the Chinese donation through FaBB to Central Medical Store during COVID in 2021, or the one through an Irish charity. This was covered on CAREFA to the Standard and other places. There are a substantial number of donations that were made by FaBB. And all of these are public. Now, what is strange is for Central Medical Store pharmaceutical director not to recall a substantial donation of that magnitude. It's 10 months away. If it had happened, you don't need a list.
But the interesting thing also that the FaBB people did not know who made that donation to them. Did they actually know? But did they tell you that?
No. They just said that this is a generous donor, so I just needed to go to custom. But they knew, custom is a regimented, it's like a quasi-military institution.
Yes.
It's not just that they wear uniform, they act like it.
Yeah.
It's, everyone. Yeah. So at custom, they squat, everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, even my usual contacts, it's sensitive. Everybody, like they said, it's sensitive, So something is happening. No one wants anyone to know. Even this one, how is it possible, Minister of Health, as written to Minister of Health, I sat at the Ministry of Health. I sat with very senior people at the ministry. I'm not sure they will deny that.
Yeah.
And they told me they wrote to GRA since March. They didn't get a reply.
From GRA?
No.
But they also wrote to Ministry of Finance for clearance.
Yeah, they didn't get a reply.
They didn't get a reply.
And of course, I've confirmed that because I went to GRA tax office. It's easy. Everyone knows where demurrage, duty waivers and all that are issued. You go to Ministry of Finance, you can verify.
Yeah.
Now, all that, it's strange all over the place. So it's, so I try to avoid an opinion in a matter like this. But it's totally strange. And the most important thing is, donations, not only are they published, they also get pictures.
Yeah.
There are no pictures. They also get mentioned, in like FaBB was just launched.
Yes.
And there were lists
it would
of
have been in their reports.
activities that day. Yeah. So and the launch was just in May. This was in August. So now I'm seeing things online by an anonymous person with a list that appears to be AI generated press release. I saw it. It's very flashy. If you can verify it, it's likely an AI generated press release. And where it's saying, well, it was received and it was promptly donated. But charities don't do that. Charities don't promptly donate and without a picture. That's ridiculous, especially when you are under no pressure to accommodate any deadline. This is not a situation like that. It's not like you are under pressure to donate and so it's strange all over the place. And now the task is to find the container. The task is to find the content. It should be easy to verify. Yeah.
One thing you also wrote in the story is the Commissioner of Customs, Alhaji Mbai, who is also a member of FaBB, a board member of FaBB Foundation.
GRA has 2 staff who are board members of
FaBB Foundation.
Should it have happened? I don't think so. I mean, in fact, when they released their board members, somebody reached out to me and said, I think you guys need to do a story on it. I mean, I don't have that time. I don't have all the time in the world to do all these stories. I mean, but quite frankly, I mean, this is a charity and it's a foundation owned by the president's wife. And having a state institution, a public servant, being a board member, I mean, there are a lot of questions that were raised, but for me, I don't have time to answer all the questions or to write all the things. There is constraint in human and material resources, so.
But the fact that this container is valued over 460, which is about around $30 million, and it was sold at 200,000.
Yeah, for me, that's even not the worst decision to make. The thing is now,
where are the medical items?
There's a question mark over what happened.
What happened to the medical?
Whether it was for profit, and this is likely. If
you ask me, are you thinking that it was sold instead of being donated? Is that a scenario? If it's not at the medical store,
to bet 100%.
If it's not at the medical store, where are they?
This was. I mean, look, Father. I mean, it's clear. What is anybody keeping secret?
If it was donated.
If FaBB received it and went and donated, and it's transparently done, and it's donated, what is there for GRA to squat on? What is
there to hide?
Yeah. I've spoken to a lot of people in GRA, and they told me, look, more on after the Amon Arasial. Yeah, they told me so they know what happened. Even though folks are not willing to talk now, they know no Seattle. So they know it's not true. It's not true. I mean, if it is true, we are competent enough. Show us. Let's verify. Every equipment has code. It has serial numbers. Yeah. It has serial numbers. So people where you take it to, and they will go and verify. If it's donated to Central Medical Store, there should be traces of this. There should have been pictures of the presentation. There should have been a formal presentation. Have $1 million. So there were formal presentations of all such events. How could this one be the exception? With all the question mark rating over it. It's not true. If someone finds it, and I hope someday and very soon we do, you will find it was sold. Yeah, I mean, that's my best professional opinion. It's for profit. That's what I think.